I love the ocean. I've always felt like at home in the ocean. I love the way I can just get away from work, from my phone, from my email, whether it's a morning and an hour in the morning, whether it's a couple hours in the afternoon, it's a couple hours on the weekend. It's just me, it's nature. I love the feeling.
I really love surfing. I don't have enough time to do it as much as I'd like, but whenever I get the chance, I really love going out, being in the water, and trying to catch waves.
Surfing is, as people have said, sort of in a cliche way, I think they call it sort of a way of life, but what I love about it is staying in shape, pushing yourself physically, seeing what you can do, putting yourself a little out of your comfort zone. If you're older, as I feel I am now, but you want to stay physical, you want to stay active, you want to really challenge yourself, there's nothing better than surfing.
I don't have a lot of time to go surfing, and so every time I come back to Surf Simply, I feel like I learn a lot.
I knew I had to come back because I just loved it. Everything you guys do is so amazing.
It's just something I fell in love with. I don't get to do it as much as I would like, but it's just incredibly the best physical exercise I could think of. It's the most enjoyable, and it's a great mental challenge. To me, surfing is still what it was before, but it's rekindled the fire. Maybe the fire's grown a little bit bigger, but I love it. I'm naturally an introvert, and hanging out in groups can be tiring for me. And after a long day of surfing and yoga, I thought I'd end up being the one to go to bed early, but I just love staying up with these guys.
Definitely all different types of people, and we all just gelled. I mean, everyone just had a smile on their face and ready to get along and ready to learn.
Everyone was very interested in surfing, but people had great backgrounds, and we clicked immediately.
I'm a chemical biologist, and now I work for L'Oreal, so trying to figure out why we age so I can stop it. Or at least make it look like I have stopped it.
I work at Google. I specialize in wearable technology, building wearable electronics, writing software for it, and machine intelligence.
He's engineering the robot takeover.
And so we had all kinds of different conversations over the course of the week. There just wasn't anything we bored, like you didn't have to worry about sitting around and saying, what are we going to talk about? And there was an endless amount of conversations.
And the group of people that we had here this week were so much fun. We were laughing. I laughed more this week than I think I have in at least a year.
It was a fun group, lots of joking around, lots of laughing.
Great group of people from all over, and fun, just so fun and supportive. It was like having a bunch of cheerleaders.
What Rue and Harry and the group have put together here is just so much fun, and people come together and they're cheering each other on, they're encouraging each other.
Yeah, I was shocked at the support the group gave. Everyone kind of knew everyone's goals, and as you saw someone else hit their goals, people were cheering and supporting them and clapping and whooping it up and doing the dab.
Surfing's hard. I mean, the pros make it look really easy, and so I think people should come prepared that it's a tough physical week. Like it's hard work.
It's something I think everybody should try if they're physically fit. You have to be physically fit to do it.
But if I had Surf Simply, the first week was my first week of ever learning. My learning progression would be here.
I wish I had started here and not built any bad habits that I now have to break.
Now when I Surf Simply, I'm like this, and I feel like I'm getting better. So if you're thinking of surfing or you've plateaued at where you're developing and you don't feel like you're progressing or getting better, like this is the place.
My goal coming in here was to be, as Rupert said, whisking down the line by the end. In the last couple sessions, I caught some fairly sizable waves, did my angle takeoff and went whisking down the line and then carved toward the beach. And I just felt like the greatest person in the world.
I'm excited to be able to do it together.
It's great to do new things with your beloved bride and try new things and new adventures.
I think when you surf, there's a level of fear if you're at my level, which you need to deal with and can be intimidating. It can be very intimidating, especially if you're a beginner. But the coaches here make you feel comfortable. They get you into waves. They some of the classes here, for example, on the breath holding, allow you to understand that you're not gonna die. You can hold your breath for 45 seconds or something like that, and you only need 5 or 6.
The breath holding class was really cool. Actually didn't know it, but I could hold my breath for over 2 minutes, which once I realized gave me a lot more confidence being underwater. It's not nearly that long.
You know, I'm an engineer by training, very analytical, and they break it down step by step, and you see the building blocks and you just learn it. I mean, the improvement, and it's not just me, like we had people who'd never surfed before who are catching massive unbroken waves today, and so it's just a testament to how much better you can be, so.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm a beginning surfer, had never surfed before, and Jeff talked me into this trip and I was a little apprehensive, but I loved it. It was way above my expectation level.
I think the way Surf Simply just breaks down the sport.
And bite-sized pieces, but the fundamental pieces. Like, I think that's perfect for me because it's not just the how, it's also the why, and it makes so much more sense.
And now even just going to a beach, I can appreciate what's going on with the waves, reading the waves and the different sets coming in. I just feel it's a whole new appreciation for every beach I'll visit for the rest of my life.
They show how you surf, and then you remember how awesome it felt and how great you think your turns were, and then you look at the video like, holy crap, like that's me surfing, alright. Pretty humbling experience, but at the same time it lets you like identify what's broken, and so you can fix it.
Being able to watch the video is pretty cool and not have to actually.
And you finally seen my barrel.
I did see your head barrel.
I pulled in. It pleased this deep.
Here by like day 2, they were telling me exactly which points to take and exactly why and how I needed to move myself up and down the lines in those trimming and carvings. I could just feel the difference in the carving turn. I could just feel the torque, how I knew like I was like spraying water out, and I was like feel like the power of the change of direction. Something I absolutely never felt before. That's when I knew like I was surfing. I thought I knew how to surf before I came here, but I actually now feel like I'm surfing.